So first of all, for the gouged out eye makeup tutorial, you want to cover your eyebrows. I used masking tape and that seems to work well for me. And then I got a cotton pad and kind of cut it to the shape of my eye and placed it on where it would be. I then layered on latex with some cotton wool as well to give it some texture so it would go on quite nicely. And I blended that out at the sides so that it would go on better and it would look more realistic if I blended it at the sides. So here I just have some cotton wool and I'm layering it on with my latex, covering the cotton wool in latex, then shaping it to the shape that I would like it to be. I'd recommend using tweezers because, especially with the build up of it all. Also, if you are a contact wearer like I am, do not wear your contact in the eye that you are using it in like I did, because it becomes extremely irritated and using Ben Nye's Steel Grey grease paint, I put that in the bit where my eye is, but not directly my eye, the covering part of my eye, so that would be kind of blackened and like it'd be gouged out, and yeah. And then around the sides I used the lightest colour in the burn palette, and I put that around the side because it makes a really good irritants colour, and I blended that out so it would look more realistic later on. I used darker reds in the middle from the same palette to blacken up the middle bit and make it look kind of blistered and burned and just kind of totally destroyed. Here I use Severe Exposure, Ben Nye, to colour up the middle part and create a better wound and more realistic. I later on use Fresh Cut to build up the amount of colour I have. I found with grease paints, especially my first time using them, that you really have to build up your colours and blend it out. You can either do this using a sponge or your finger. Remember just to clean your paint off your brush, as it is quite difficult because they're waterproof, the grease paints. As I build up the colour around that main hangy bit I'm going to use, I blend it all out so that the sides isn't as dark as the middle bit as the eye would be there, and just to make it more realistic I wanted to kind of give it a skin kind of thing, so I used my Illustrator palette in the skin colour, and it's quite difficult though because you have to kind of pull at the cotton pad, and it didn't work out too well, so I just ended up just using the whole dark effect and I did blood colours on it instead. I changed that eye bit, the hangy bit, to a droopy kind of idea. I next used just a typical blood that you can get out of any joke shop or online. Mine is just vampire blood because it's the one I could find, and I layer that up and I tried to put it in the eye and just kind of around that fluffy bit. I didn't really like the end bit of the fluffy bit because it just looked kind of rubbishy, so in the end I did peel it off just because it looked better without it, but you can't see it there without it because I kept it on. And you put your blood in the middle of it and just around the sides, and this is the end. This is my gouged out eye tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll say all the products I used in the description below. If you have any comments, questions or concerns, then just leave a comment, and if you have any recommendations of what you want me to do next, then I'll be happy to hear them. I hope you enjoyed it.